Hi there, it's Lori, Positive Thanks Living. I'm working on the altered hymn book. Just taking an old hymn book that was discarded, using washi tape and everything else that I have around, including some illustrated faith items that I've had for a few years that I haven't used in anything else, and altering this hymn book for a prayer journal or a notes journal or whatever else it could be used for. So you see, I'm just making it work in the best way that I can. So today's experience is just seeing what I do with it. I have some pages from a planner that wasn't used, and I pulled them out. They're a nice color for this altered hymn book, I think, and will fit in nicely with some embellishments. And that's what we'll be doing today here. How are you all doing? Are you well? I hope you're well. The weather is in flux, probably wherever you are, whether you're in the northern hemisphere, we're heading into summer from spring, or perhaps if you're further north, you're just heading into spring now. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, then things are changing for you also. You're probably headed toward winter or fall. Your warm weather is going away. Yeah, we have air conditioning on here. I have air conditioning on in our apartment. Because the weather is getting a little warm. These little cups, teacups, I have added in here. I got from, I'll link below where I got them from. And so when I fold over the pages, you can see it fits perfectly. These little tag thingies. I'll show you what I mean. Getting them back in again is interesting. There we go. I'm doing it at an awkward angle. So these are tags from the Illustrated Faith. And they fit perfectly into the space when you fold over a page. This is one of the many pages I pulled out of the hymnal, because of course when you're altering a book, you can't keep them all in. This is all of them here, a lot. I'll use them for other things, but let's put it this way so you can see the pretty washi tape. I have an entire drawer full of washi tapes that I'm going to be using in this book, because you keep washi tape for a little while and it stops being viable. The stickiness of the washi tape can get iffy. So, and this is some vellum that I just drew on with these pens. They're called color spots, and some die cuts I have. Yeah, so as I finish a page and I go through, then I round the corners of the page. That's how I know what I've done. This one here, just a tuck with that pretty vellum flower on. I guess I didn't consider that one done. Let's make this nice. Let's put on some washi tape on this one here. Hope you're well. Other than allergies, we're all well here. in the springtime where we live, azaleas are a particular problem allergy-wise for my husband, but we have pollen that's just all over the place. Specifically, the pollen from pine trees. It's very yellow, and it can appear as though it's like snow on the ground during a certain period of time, so that you drive through the pollen on the pavement and it makes tracks as though you were in snow. Here's another one of these teacups. Isn't that cute? I changed the little saying that she had on the tag just to fit into a Bible journal or a altered hymnal. The sayings were fine, just not for this. Book, this project, this use. Should put something on the bottom of here too. Something floral. Page, and in some of them I have a full sheet to go in there, and it fits really well. I'm very pleased. And how I decide, I've watched a number of videos about altering a book and how to make the pages work for you as pockets. So one idea, let's just do this right now. The side is like this. All right. Let's do this as one that closes like this. Just folding it in half. And if I remember, I will do a little divot so it's easier to see that it is a pocket, like so. And sometimes I ink and sometimes I don't. This time I won't, just for the sake of time. And a quick bead of glue. Now this is art glitter glue. There is no glitter in this glue. It's just the name of the company. And I like to run my finger over it like this, just so that it's not a hard edge. Because the bead can, I'm just getting a cloth to wipe my finger. Because the bead can appear like a line underneath. And if I catch it quickly enough, my finger like that, and that's not a problem. So let's put a little notch in here and here. I don't do it each time, but I'm a fan of rounded corners, so that's why I like to do it. And let's find a tag to go in. And sometimes I leave them full, this length, without, you see the perforation there, because when you fit it in, it kind of disappears. So I found that if I leave this on top, it won't disappear. Now let's do, I'm using embroidery floss for the top of the tags. Little circle part. Because I have a good amount of embroidery floss I can use up also. Find finding with the altered hymnal, the way I'm doing it anyhow, it's a good opportunity to use up things that you have in your stash. So far I haven't used any digitals, and some of the others that are doing Kara Brandon's altered book experience, they're using digitals, but for me, I think my focus is making the most out of the washi that I have and the illustrated faith items. And like this junk journaling, or whatever we're calling it, handmade journals, this craft, it's more about personality, not perfection, and choosing what will work for you in whatever part of the experience. You know, if I do another altered book, I might use digitals. But for this works well. And I'm just gonna take off the corners, just the slightest, and tuck it in its spot, and then I'm gonna find some washi tape. I imagine this altered hymnal can be used as a prayer journal or as a type of note-taking journal for doing devotionals, or even take it with you into church to choose a different page for whatever sermon, the things you want to remember. I'm just cutting this off a bit just so it's less pointy. There we go. So there's one. Should we put a word on there? Let's try a word. I store my items in used tissue boxes just to keep them easily at hand and corralled on my desk. Otherwise I end up with a 6 by 6 inch working space, and that doesn't do anybody any good. I had some words. What are the words? Do you ever get that when you're looking for something, and of course, all right, here's some words. It's not the one I was looking for, but that's okay. We're going to be, let's do thankful. Down here. Anyhow, yes, I keep things in tissue boxes so I don't create a smaller and smaller space for myself. Okay, here's one. Now we're going to go on to the next one, and this is another idea. I'm going to glue these 2 pages together, all right? And before you ask, yes, I have difficulty sometimes because it's a song that I like. There's the words. See, I told you I had words. Difficulty because they're songs that I really like, and I don't want to cover them up, but as I go along, it's easier and easier just to pay attention to the ones that are available, and you know, I trust the ones I'm covering up it'll be just fine. A little bit of glue stick, and this isn't as important as running a bead along the outside. I'm gluing 2 pages down to each other because I'm trying to create a stronger base for what I'll do next. And again, I'm just lightly using my finger to make sure that that bead isn't so significant or obvious. Yeah. And the reason I do it up like this is because when you do it down, the pages are slightly off kilter, not off kilter, but you can see one page isn't in a line with the other page, and by doing it up like that, they're more likely to align. See, there's no difference. I can't see this. This was once 2 pages. There we have a good base, and now it'll dry a little more stiff, not too stiff. Do you see what I mean by the little bit of obvious line? Yeah, maybe it wouldn't bother someone else, but it does bother me. So for these next 2 pages, the first one will be the shortest, and I'm making 2 pockets, like so, and like so. See? So pocket in here, pocket in here. And I usually just give this a quick run up and down like so, so that this stays there nicely. When you fold it over. And for this one here, very carefully. So, and we'll make the top and bottom to make our pocket. That's one pocket, and here's the second pocket. And then it becomes time to decorate. Let's add a little bit of washi. Let's do blue this time. Blue and purple. I'm going to go in this dip here. You can see this is where the signatures are sewn in, and because I've removed so many pages, the sewing is a little looser than it would be. I mean, normally you can't even see the pages that are sewn in, or the sewing. It's really hard to find initially. So there's one, and let's do here. And a third. I like washi tape specifically on this altered hymnal because you can't see through the washi. Some is more easy to see through than others, but in this case, inadvertently trim my parts I don't want to. Okay, so now we have a pocket. my trim page corner rounder. This is one of my favorite tools. I have two tools that are favorites in specific tools that are favorites in my junk journaling or crafting, and that's one of them is this We Are Memory Keepers. It gives you 3 different sizes of small, teeny, middle, and larger. And the other favorite tool I have is this, the tonic cutter, because I have a problem cutting straight, and this solves it. And no matter how hard I tried with the things that slide, nah, didn't work for me. And that can just quite well be me because of my own user error. Other people seem to use it and not have a problem. But if you're like me and have difficulty, I'd recommend the guillotine, or I don't know, other people say it differently. Yeah. Okay, I may come back and just change this again, but it gives you a sense of where I'm going with this altered book. And yeah, these are all washi stickers. I did some embossing here. That was fun. Worked out really well. Yeah, gives you a sense of where I'm going. I'm going to keep going till I'm done. In the meantime, take care. It's Lori with Positive Thanks Living. I wish you well. If you've enjoyed this and would like more information or watch me craft a little more or just have quiet time together, I appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. And if you like the video, press the little like button. That helps a lot. It's Lori with Positive Thanks Living. Take care.